Okay, so welcome back again for today's session. Before we start the session, just a small quick question. Did someone join new today, or it's the same crowd like yesterday? Same people who joined yesterday? Maybe you can ping it in the chat as well and let me know. Okay, you joined today. Okay, yep. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. So, Sudarshan, this yesterday was our demo session. So we had a small introductory part. So hope you can check with the Isha team for the video. Okay. So we had some basics actually. Like a small demo, we had it, not a full fledged. Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for letting me know. And before end of the session, if yesterday you didn't give your numbers, kindly give me your numbers so that I can send the notes for today's session as well. Okay. And yesterday we saw about how to do the setup and like say not the setup, I would say what are the prerequisites and what is required and all those things we have seen about it. So today we'll see we'll focus more into the installation part so that you can also side by side install it. Okay. So we will focus today into the installation of Appium. Okay. And let's try to do the prerequisites for now. Okay. So that's the topic that we'll be dealing about today. Okay. So let's get started. And before we start, like any doubts from yesterday's session or anything that you need to clarify or something like that, you have it. Okay. So let me know in case if something is there. So just let's get started for the installation part of it. So let me double check if I started recording. Yeah, the recording is on. So again, you'll get receive the recording by today or tomorrow max. Okay. So today we'll see the installation part. So what and all we are going to install is like say the step one. We will try to install Java. Step two, install Node.js. Step three, we will install Appium using Node.js. Okay. And step four, we will install okay. So Java, Node.js, Appium, and then we will install Android Studio. Okay. And step five, we will install Xcode. Okay. So this is only for your Mac, only for Mac. In Windows machine, unfortunately, we cannot install it. So for Windows people, like you can skip this one, but it's always good to know. Okay, because anyhow, when you go to an industry, so you need to install it up. Okay, so let's see first the installation of Java. Okay, so Java installation is quite simple. So just you need to go to your google.com. Okay, just go to let's say google.com and search for something like say Java JDK download. Okay, so there will be a lot of question like what is the minimum version of Java we require to install it. I would suggest, like, say, any Java version greater than 11, it should be fine. But the latest, as you can see, it's available till JDK 22. So you can install the latest version or even the 17 version also, it's fine for me. Okay. But any JDK version greater than 11, I think should be very well sufficient. Okay. So if you click the JDK 17, okay, if you scroll down a bit, okay, depending upon your OS mission, whether you use your Linux or Mac or Windows, based on that, you need to download it up. So I hope like most of you use your Windows and Mac mission. So if it's your Windows, click on the Windows, and I would recommend you to go for the EXE version. Okay. So just download the EXE version and just run through the EXE version. So let the default settings be like that when you run it up. Okay. So no need to do anything extra. Okay. So the default setting should be well enough. Okay. So this is how you install inside your Windows. And once you install it inside your Windows, you need to do two operations. Okay. So I use a Mac machine. So I'm not able to show, but tomorrow I'll show it to you in the Windows machine. Just you can give it a try and let me know. I will show the environment variables. Now I'll show like say how to set the environment variables through screenshot. And tomorrow I can show it to you on the live. Okay. So let's try to check it up, how to see it, how to set it up. So once you download this exe file, right, you will get a exe file. Just run through it. Simple as it is. And after you run through it, okay, let me mention it out here. Let me take this and I'll ping it to you in the chat as well. So you can save this link, and I would say the exe file. Okay. Just run the exe file, and once you run the exe file, after that, set the environmental variables. Okay. So why do we need to set the environment variables? In order to, for your laptop or a desktop, to know like which version of Java you're trying to use it up. So that is the reason we were having the, or we need to set up the environment variables. So how to set up the environment variables? Quite simple. Let me show it to you. Okay. As a picture. Okay. The same way you can try to use it up. Just a minute, guys. Let me check where is the picture. Okay, just a minute. Okay, it's not here. Just a moment. Just a minute, guys, where I kept it. Okay, it's here. Okay. So if you see it over here, this few screenshots are older ones, so I'll update it to the latest one. Okay, but the process is going to be the same. So once you download it, how to set up the environment variables. Okay, just in your my computer or in your PC, right? So just right click the properties and you will have something like this. Okay, so if you are using an older version, but a newer version, let me see. Not like this. Sorry, this is a very old one actually. So what you can do it is like say, let me show it to you in another document. Okay, just a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, yeah. So if it's your latest PC, right? So it should be like this. So you have this PC available inside your Windows. Just right click it and you can go to show more option. You can see the about device 64-bit. Okay, so make sure you have the 64-bit. Why? Because over here, if you see, even though there is one version available, so just make sure you have the same version. Okay, and then for that, you need to set up the environment variable for your Java. So just inside the start menu, just type this text, edit environment. Okay, here only there you'll get two options. One is like the option you see right now in my screen, edit environment variable for your account. Another one will be the edit environment variable for your system. Okay, two options will be giving it for you. Which one to choose? So basically, if you're using your personal laptop, okay, so that means like it's not your office laptop or your Citrix machine or anything. If it is not those stuffs, then go for your edit system environment variable. Okay. But if you're using your office laptop, right? So you cannot access your system level variables. So you need to go to your account level variable. Okay. So these are the two ways actually. So because in office environment, they will not allow you to alter the machine system variable. So that's the reason you need to go to your account level variable. Okay. And just click on this one and you can see this item will be available. Okay. The environment variable section will be available. So what do you see at the top, right? Where my mouse now it is. Now I'm moving the mouse on top. So that one we call it as a user variable. Okay. And which is at the bottom, you call it as your system level variable. Okay, so if you have access to your system level variable, you can do an edit, or like say you can do a new, because assuming it everyone didn't set up your Java. So if you didn't set it up, just click on the new button and then you can set the environment variable. So how to set the environment variable? Two options would be there. So once you click on the new, you need to provide the name as Java underscore home, and then you need to provide the path of the Java JDK. Okay, so that will be obviously inside your C colon slash program files, and it should be under your Java slash JDK 11. And the second item would be like say, as you can see in my mission, like say in my screenshot, you have a path variable available. So path variable you don't need to create, it should be already be available inside your mission. So now you can click on edit. Okay. So edit the path variable. Edit the path variable and then click on new, and then you need to provide a path of JDK till the bin folder. Quite simple. Okay. So these two things are required. Okay. So any doubts still here so far? Any doubts still here? Just pausing it for a few seconds so that for you can think through it. Okay. So I hope no doubts. So in case if you're simultaneously installing it up, let me know for any issues. Okay. And the next one would be like say the installation of your Node.js. So Node.js installation also follows a similar process, but again go to your google.com. Okay, search for something like say Node.js down. Okay, so just click on the link which is appearing, and then you can see by default when I click the link itself, it is taking which version of my machine is available, Mac OS, and running on ARM64. And this is the LTS version 20.17.0 LTS. LTS stands for latest stable version. Okay, just a minute. Latest stable version. Okay, even you can go for current version, not an issue. Okay, let me check the chat. Java part should in edit and home. Uh, not quite clear. Can you explain more, Gajan? So you're trying to set up the Java environment variable, you mean to say? Okay. Java path should in edit and home. Needed both side for edit and home. Yes, yes. So basically the Java path, you need to put it under the Java home. So it should be all caps actually, the first thing. Java underscore home, and then provide the path till the JDK. And the rest would be like say again go to path variable, go to path variable and edit, and then click on new, and then add the JDK path till bin folder. Okay, so is it clear? Quite clear? Maybe two things you need to do. One is Java home, which you need to create new, and the second one, path variable, you need to edit it. Oh, yeah. Thanks for raising it. So let's move on to Node.js. And this is the Node.js link. So let me send it to you so that even if you open it, like you will get the same notification that I use that I'm getting it now. what version of Windows you're running, and what is the processor. Okay, so just you can click on the download. Okay, so I would recommend you to go for the LTS version. So don't go for the current version. And what is the difference between current and LTS is like there might be some experimental items inside the current version which is not yet released publicly. Okay, so depending on that, uh, you can use your LTS version, but it's not a harm to use your 20 the current version. Okay, so as you can see, I just downloaded the Node package since I'm a Mac mission. But if it's a Windows, right? So if you click over here and then you can go to Windows 64 and then you try to download it, you get a exe file. Sorry, MSI file. Okay. So you'll get an MSI file. Just click on it and then just follow the similar process. Okay. So for Node.js, I have the installation. Okay. So no issues. So I'll send this document to you at the end of the session. So kindly ping me your mobile numbers, WhatsApp numbers along with the name so that at the end of the session I'll just ping you back. Okay. So if yesterday you didn't receive the documentation, kindly let me know so that I can send it to you tomorrow, today as well. That means yesterday's notes, I'll send it to you today. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is for Windows machine. Okay. So now this picture is little deprecated. Okay. We have the latest link as well like this. Just if you put on this link, it will predefinedly identify it. Okay. So this is how you do it up. If it's a Linux machine, so you need to go for your Linux one. Usually it will be from NVM. Okay, if it's a Linux machine. So if it's a Linux machine, just follow this command. Quite simple. Okay. And once you install it up in a Mac machine, both for Java and your Node.js, no need to set up your environment variable. Only for Windows machine, we need to explicitly set up your, let's say, the environment variable. So that is one thing. So again, like say the same process for your Node.js as well. So just right click and check the version of your machine 64-bit. So obviously it should be 64-bit. Nowadays there is no 32-bit. Nowadays there is no 32-bit. So what happens is like the next thing. Okay, so node version we'll check it up. I'll tell you. So before that, just set up the environment variable. Okay, so just go to your edit. The same process actually. If you are going to use your environment variables, right? So both account level and system level will be there. So if it's your personal laptop, go for your system level. But if it's your office laptop or your Citrix machine or something that you're using, go for your account level. Okay, and this is the path wherein your Node.js will be available after your installation. Okay, just replace name of your laptop by the name of the laptop that you're using. Okay, let me ping it. Yes, installation happens. Just a minute. Oh, it's showing as an image. Yeah. Okay, so this is the navigation path. I think most of you might not see the app data because it will be hidden. So just you need to go to the view option and check the checkbox. So show hidden items. Okay. So make sure you check on the checkbox. Okay. Make sure you check the checkbox. Show hidden items. Okay. So that you'll be able to see it. Okay. So this is about your Node.js. Okay. So now once you take the environment variable, so you need to click on the path. So here no need to set up the home. Just inside the path alone you can edit it. Okay. And then you can use it up. Okay. So you can just edit the particular path over here and click on the new. Okay. Go to the path highlighted, click edit and use the path of npm identified in step 1. So that means in the step 1 we have identified the path, right? So just edit the path and then provide the path of the item. That's it. Quite easy as it is. Okay. So this is all the setup you need for your Node.js. Okay. And then how to check the version of Node.js or Java that you have installed. So for me, I'm using a Mac machine. So I go to the terminal. But if you're using your Windows machine, go to your command prompt. Okay. And click enter. So both the commands will be the same only. No issues. So once you go over here, you have set up the environment variable, you have installed your Java, you have installed your Node.js, you installed your environment variable, that means the path variable. So assuming that everything is done, if you want to check the Java version, Java space hyphen version, enter it, you get the Java version. So I'm using a 17 version, so I get the 17. And similarly for your Node.js, you need to provide your node space double hyphen version, enter it, you get your node version. Okay. And similarly, inside a node, there is something called your npm. So you'll get a different version now. And this is your npm version. Okay. So now a small question to you. So do anyone know what is the difference between node and npm? And anyone has an idea what is the abbreviation of npm? You can unmute yourself and tell it, or you can ping it in the chat. Just I'll pause for some 10-20 seconds. So, what is Node? What is npm? And what would be the abbreviation of npm? Exactly. Thanks, Ratna, for the ping. Yes, npm is nothing but your Node package manager. And is there a difference between Node versus npm? Anyone? Node.js and API commands. Yes, exactly. Correct. Any other answers? Anyone else? Even if it's wrong, no problem. We are all here to learn, nothing much. Okay, no problem. Node can run the script. Yes, exactly the same. Node can run a .js file. Exactly. So typically, what is Node and npm? Okay, sorry about it. Okay, okay, nothing. Yep. Okay, so what is Node basically? So why do we use a node? So node is basically it allows developers to run the JavaScript files on server side. Okay, and it's a scalable network. Okay, scalable network, and is the I would say it as a foundation for backend system. Okay, and npm, which is nothing but, as you said, it's the correct one, node package manager. Okay, so node package manager. So what does this node package manager will do? So basically it is the package manager for JavaScript. Okay, and it comes along with Node.js. Okay, and it allows to install, share, and manage the library files. Okay, so in short, what we can tell is like say Node will execute the script, whereas your npm will manage the library files. Okay, simple example is like say npm. This is the home of your npm. Just to let you know. So any packages that you want to download will be available over here. Quite simple as. Okay. And by any chance, anyone has used your Maven, the build management tool called Maven? Did anyone use your Maven by any chance? Ah, okay. Okay, thanks for the confirmation. And yes, so NPM is similar to that of your Maven when if we want. Yeah. Okay. So that is the okay. So we have installed the two parts. The main thing, one is your Java and another one is your Node.js. And your Node.js, we will be set up the path variable under the edit environmental variable section. Okay. And once you install your node, through the node only, we are going to now install your APM. Okay. Quite simple as it is. Okay. So how to install your APM? Okay. So why it's not available as a separate individual exe file and so on so stuff. So these questions. So previously, the APM version, like now we are going to use it is like say 2.x.x. So that's the APM version we are going to use it up. But previously, like before 2 version, there was a desktop item available for your APM where you'll be able to install it as a standalone. Okay, but right now, like we don't have that version, they have deprecated it, so we can install it only via your Node.js. So how to install Appium via Node.js? Okay, so in case if you all installed your Node.js, kindly you can follow it up as well. So just open your command prompt or your terminal, anything, whichever you're using it, your laptop or your Windows or your Mac, depending on that. So just what you can do it is like say, so we have got the node version. So now through the npm only we are going to install your Appium. So npm space install. Okay, and then let me provide the command for you. So Appium. Okay, and then you can provide the latest version. So let me double check what is the Appium version. I use it up. Appium space double hyphen version. So I use a 2.11. Okay. So let's try to install the latest version and see if it's the latest one. Or you can just visit the Appium documentation place where we will be see the latest version. Just a minute. Okay. So the change log is here. Okay. So I think the latest version. Let me see what is the latest version. Yeah, 2.11.3. So that's the latest version. So I'm having which is almost close enough. Okay. So as you can see, 2.11.1. So this is the 2.11.3 which is available, and 11.1. Okay. So this is where you can find the change log. So change log is nothing but if they have any new version available. So what they have changed from the previous version, we can check it out. Okay, so as you can see, updated dependencies, execute driver, so and so stuffs are available. So let me copy this and paste it for your reference, where you can just refer in case if you want the change log, which version. So how do I install it up? So basically let me take the documentation part, because I don't remember much of the commands actually, but since I'm writing it down. So let me show you the documentation part. Okay, okay. All right. It will be like npm install -g Appium. So if you want the latest any specific version, just give @ and provide the version, or just leave it like this. Like say for example @2.11.3. If you want to install, you can just mention it like this and click on enter. It will install the that specific version I have mentioned after your @ symbol. But you don't want any specific version, you want the latest version, just do like this. That's it. Enter it and it will analyze it, and it will now install the latest version. So this is how it will be installing it. Okay, so meaning of the command is like say npm node package manager install will install the particular software or the package, and -g will mention like say globally it will be installing it inside your machine. Okay, and then we have the Appium, what is the package that we need to install it. Okay, quite simple. Okay, now you can see added one package, removed 3 packages. Okay, now if I give the command apm hyphen version, so now you can see the latest version available. Quite simple as it is. So this is how the installation of your Appium happens. So if you're installing it for the first time, it might take a bit time. Okay, maybe not less than 10 minutes, I would say. So max will be the 10 minutes, however your mission is it. So if it's a slow or high, not less than 10 minutes it will take, but it'll be a quick enough to install it. Okay, so this is how you install it. This is the commands that you can use it in order to verify it, whether you have installed it. And now the main item will be after installation of your API. What are all the supporting drivers we require in order to run the scripts? Okay, so it can be easily identified. So how we will do it is like npm space. Okay, let me take the notes part. I'll send in you these notes as well, don't worry. Okay, so Appium driver lists. Yeah, so this is what I was looking into it. So this command is common for both Windows and Mac. Appium driver list. Click on it, and you will see the list of drivers that are available. I've installed everything except your Windows. So for you, when you give this particular command, it will be like, say, you will not be identified with installed. For you, it will be something like this, not installed. Okay, so can you confirm it in case if someone is installing it, whether you get the same thing? No problem. So if it takes time, no issues. Now let's continue. So what are these driver lists? Okay, now the big question. So these driver lists are required in order to run your scripts inside your machine. So if you didn't install these drivers, then obviously you will not be able to run your scripts. So what are these drivers now? So UI Automator 2 is specifically for your Android. Without using this UI Automator 2, you cannot run your scripts. Okay, because this only establishes connection between your APM and your Android device. And similar to this UI Automator 2, we have XUI test. So XUI test similarly it establishes the connection between your iOS device and your APM server. So these two are mandatorily required and depending upon what machine you are using it. So if it's a Mac machine, we need to install both the things. If it's a Windows machine, the first one alone, that means the UI Automator 2 alone should be fine. Okay. And along with this, there is something called a Mac 2. Only for Mac, you can install it. And Espresso, which is available for both Mac and Windows, you can install it up. So that's again, it's a small library. Okay. But it's an optional one only. It's not a mandatory. But Safari is a mandatory for Mac. Okay. Gecko driver and Chromium is mandatory for your Chrome and optional for your Mac. Okay, quite simple as it is. Okay, the simple thing is like if it's a Mac, just install all these two things and Safari, Chrome, and Gecko, all these items. But if it's a Windows, just go for your UI Automator 2 and then your Chromium. That's it. Quite simple. Okay, because Windows doesn't support your XUI test or your Mac 2. Okay, so that's the reason for Windows user you can skip that. Okay, and now the big question is like, say you said me everything. Now how do I install this drive? So quite simple. Apm driver install. Okay, Apm driver install and just provide the name of it. Okay, along with the version also, it's fine. You do it like this and click on enter, that particular item will be available. So for me, it's already installed. You can see it. Did you mean to update it and run the Appium driver update command? Okay, quite simple. Okay, similarly, one after the other, we need to do it like this. Okay, any doubts still over here so far? So let me update it and show you. So this is the update command. Okay. and then the driver. So I mean to say you have, okay, you can see it is updatable, needs an update. So you can see my UI update too. This is how you need to update every version that is available for. So I'm using a 2.34 version, but the latest is 2.45.1. So now it's installing it for me. So if in case if you want to update it, you can update through this command. Okay. So any doubts still here so far? Why we have the driver list and how to install it, how to update it. Update is quite tedious one. So an installation as well, similar to that. You need to update all those things separately. Okay. So this is how it basically works. So any doubts or anything, any concerns here so far till now? Okay, just I'll pause for a second. Okay, okay, thank you. That is one. npm install deprecated. Okay, do not use it. Check out if you have good tested way of custom. Okay, deprecated. Appium is not recognized command. Appium double hyphen version. Okay. Okay, this deprecation is fine. No issues. You're using a Windows machine, if I'm not wrong. Utkarsh Dubey. You're using a Windows machine or a Mac machine? Ah, Windows, okay. Mm, okay. Can you close the command prompt? Okay. And try to reopen it and try to check for the APM version. Okay, just give it a try. And you close and open and then try it out. Okay, so in interest of time, let's not start up with the APM, the installation of Android Studio and Xcode for now. Okay, so let's do that for tomorrow. APM is not recognized. Hmm, quite interesting. Okay, let me double check it inside my Windows machine. Okay, so we can take the Q&A part for rest of the 5 minutes for now. So if any doubts or something is there, we can clarify it. So let me check this error. Why APM version? Okay, so what is the command? npm install. Okay. Okay, can you try it this way actually? npm I-g apm. Meanwhile, let me also check it in my Windows machine. Okay, sure. Meanwhile, like when you try to install it up, so inside your Windows machine, so can you navigate to the path, like say just to check whether Appium is installed. So see users, I would tell. See users and name of your laptop. And if you check, if you do the unhide of the folders, right? You can go to file and then do an unhide, and you can check whether any .apm folder is available. Okay, so it will be C users, your laptop name or your desktop name, and then just check mark the hidden items, show hidden items, where you can see any .apm file is available. If not, there should be app data available, roaming, and then here as well there will be something called npm, and inside the node modules apm. Okay, just check apm is available. So app data, roaming, npm, node module, apm. Okay, just try to check whether this option is available. Okay. So any doubts, anything? So if you don't have doubts, feel free to drop off so that we can check again tomorrow the installation of Android Studio and your Xcode. So meanwhile, if you didn't install the, try to install it up. Yeah, it's available. Yes. Node modules and APM. Okay, so APM it's not available as a folder. App data, roaming, npm. Let me check it. Okay. It's like a file available. So it should be like a folder. Okay, fine. But after you run this command, did apm double hyphen version work? Okay, okay. If this is there, then it's fine. I think it should be fine. Yeah. Now I think it should be fine, I guess. Yeah. Try giving like say apm double hyphen version. Maybe let's see if it works. Command to install driver. Currently it says not installed. Yes, exactly. So command to install will be this particular item. This is the one. Okay. APM is not recognized. Okay, so let me check this and get back to you. It should be a small thing, but your installation, I think, is perfect. So it's installed as usual. But why this APM is not recognized, I'll check it and I'll get back to you. Yeah. Okay. So it should be a small issue. Maybe try restarting your mission. So that's one simple option to make the changes effective. Okay. So if not, if it didn't come in, I will get back to you. Yeah. But I think the folder, everything is available. I think it should be fine. I think most probably the issue should be with your restart of machine or something like that. Okay. So till this, try to install it up so that we can check it up tomorrow, the Android Studio and stuff. Yeah, let's see it. Okay, so thanks for taking time for today's session. So if any concerns or some things, kindly do check with Mr. Kumar. Okay, he takes care of the Isha training and stuff. So hopefully, like, everything is good. If not, just inform the person, respective person. Yep, that's about all today. So have a great day ahead and see you tomorrow. Till not required, not required, not required for variable for APM. Yes, because APM should already be taking it. So that's why we gave the node path. Actually, we declared the directly the node path. So that's the reason. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just try restarting the mission so that I'll also check why it's not showing to you. So that I'll ping it to you on the chat. Yes. I'll share today's document as well. So I have your number. Hope it has a WhatsApp. So I'll share it again. Yeah. Okay. So thank you. So let's catch up again tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you so much.